What's up, Chronicles fam? This is my very first Q&A, which I figured I would finally do one of these since we're in quarantine and we can't really go anywhere unless you're a essential worker like I am and have to go to work every day or every other day, whatever the situation is. But yeah, I figured I'd do something a little bit different and do this Q&A. I went on my Instagram and asked people to give me questions that I would answer in this video, so here we go. First question, what inspired me to do YouTube? I talked about this in one of my very early videos, like 2 or 3 years ago, but I was in a really dark place in my life in 2015, and didn't really want to do anything, and started watching a bunch of YouTube videos. I'd been watching this content creator before. I'd been watching Charles Trippy and his wife at the time, Allie Speed, make daily vlogs about their life. And in 2015, he was going through a lot. He was going through, him and Allie were getting a divorce. He had brain surgery, and he was having seizures, which led to him finding out that he had a tumor on his brain. So he was going through all of that stuff, but yet he kept posting every single day until he finally stopped early this year, late last year, and he went 10 years straight without filming. And he was going through all this stuff that, any normal person would have quit vlogging and just been like, I can't do this anymore, I need to take a break, whatever the case is. But he kept filming, and he said that that was, his outlet to be able to go through all the hard time that he was going through. And so I just kind of thought about it one day and was like, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it for the right reasons, and I want to be someone else's outlet so that whenever they're going through hard times, they can watch my videos and laugh, or find my content entertaining or fun, or whatever the case may be, just so they don't feel like they're alone in whatever they're going through. And then for the rest of the population that may not be going through things at the time, they can just watch my videos and find me funny or entertaining or whatever the case may be. So yeah, me getting into YouTube and starting it, even though I haven't been as consistent as I've wanted to be with it, is because of Charles Trippy and all the stuff that he did in that point in time in 2015. 2. Do you have a favorite meal? I do. It's something that I cook almost once, if not twice a week, every week, and it's grilled chicken, baked potato, and some sort of veggies. It's super healthy, super simple. If I'm not going off of something that I make at home, I usually like the food that I get at a Japanese steakhouse here where I live, and I usually get the filet mignon, shrimp, and the veggies with the rice. So yeah, those are probably my 2 favorite meals that I could eat all day, every day, and never complain about. Question number 3. Do you have a favorite band or artist? I have both. My favorite band would be We the Kings. I've seen them twice in concert, once at Warped Tour, and the other time legitimately in concert. They were the headlining band for their tour up in Nashville. It was this video right here, and it was a lot of fun. I met them both times. Actually, my girlfriend at the time allowed me to be able to meet them at Warped Tour because she ended up getting me a shirt that they were selling at their merch booth, and if you got some sort of merch from them, then you got to meet the band. And it was this shirt here that I got from Warped Tour, and cherish that shirt greatly because my girlfriend at the time got it for me, and it allowed me to meet We the Kings and Charles Trippy for the very first time, instead of just seeing them through a screen with either some of the people that were vlogging that are in the band or just their music videos and that sort of thing. Favorite artist in general would be Frank Sinatra, hands down. Like, if I could build a time machine and go back in time to see one of his concerts, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Like, I could listen to every song he's ever made and never get tired of it. Not a chance. Question number 4. Almost put both up, not realized that would have been 8. So question number 4. What is my favorite thing to do? My favorite thing to do is making these YouTube videos and doing photography. I enjoy making these YouTube videos because I always have been a little bit of a creative person. Maybe not as much as others who paint or draw or do anything like that, or have been doing it for, their entire life. But I've always been doing some sort of video stuff my entire life, whether it was stuff that me and my brother filmed when we were younger, or just, acting, doing acting scenes, or my one class that I had in high school. It was called a musical theater class, but it was basically an improv class. And yeah, doing that class really just kind of reignited how much I loved doing acting and filming and that sort of stuff. Sorry, I'm hearing people in the background. But yeah, I've always been doing something with a camera, and kind of did photography here and there, but it was mainly landscape stuff, nothing really crazy until I started doing portrait photography. Question number 5. Do I have a favorite drink? It depends on what it is, or what the occasion is. If it's just day-to-day life, I will drink water. Thank you, Shane Dawson, for making me be paranoid about drinking this all the time. But I have like 2 cases of these in my kitchen, so I have to finish these before I get anything else. So yeah, thank you, Shane Dawson, for making me question everything about Dasani water. Appreciate it. If I'm not drinking water, I will occasionally drink these. They're not all that great for you, but they're a little bit healthier than some other energy drinks. But Rain, if you want to sponsor me or do a brand deal, hit me up in the description. I'd love to do a video with you guys, or just have you guys sponsor me for whatever reason. If I'm not doing that, it's usually Gatorade, and alcohol of choice would be probably either Proper 12, whiskey and Coke, or Jack and Coke. I'm very simple when it comes to alcohol. Question number 6. How long have you been a photographer? Do you plan on making a career out of it? I've been doing photography, portrait photography at least, for the past 2 years. I had always been doing landscape photography, and was interested in doing portrait photography, but didn't really know how to put myself out there and do it. And then one day a friend of mine asked me if I could take photos of her, and I was like, sure, why not? We'll see what happens. And I took them, and they turned out really good. If I can find some of them, I'll put them right here over my face. That very first shoot, and got those pictures back to my friend, and she had asked me how long I'd been doing photography, and I was like, well, to be honest, you're the first person that I've ever done portrait photography of. So yeah, I've been doing it for going on 2 years now. To answer the second part, do I plan on making a career out of it? If the right doors opened up for me, right now my main focus is potentially making YouTube a career, and then having photography be my side job, side project, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, if the right opportunity came and I was able to consistently book gigs and things like that, then yeah, I'd love to make a career out of that, or doing YouTube, or both. If I did both, I'd consider that an absolute win in my book. If I had one or the other, I'd be okay with that too. Or if all else fails and I end up working just a regular 9-to-5 job and I'm doing this sort of thing on the side, I'd be cool with that too, because I would need some sort of creative outlet in my daily life. Question number 7. Do I have any pets? I do not. My mom has a couple dogs that she lets stay over here whenever she's working sometimes. But other than that, I do not have any pets of my own. I'm eventually wanting to get a golden retriever and a black lab if possible. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have any pets. But I'm wanting to get a golden retriever and a black lab and maybe a French bulldog or an English bulldog, maybe. Number 8. Do you like daily outfits? I don't really have any sort of daily outfits besides what I wear to work, which is very old, dirty t-shirts and old paint-covered jeans. But other than that, whenever I'm like going anywhere, I don't really plan my outfits. I just kind of throw on whatever is clean and I think would look nice, which it doesn't really matter at this point because we're in quarantine. But if it was normal situations, it's just things that I think would look nice. Or in the case of today, I'm wearing a hat because my hair is ridiculous because it hasn't been cut in a long time and quarantine isn't doing it any favors. 9. Do you have any shows that you are currently binge watching? Not really. I'm usually, if I'm watching anything, it's usually different YouTube videos or content creators that I follow, whether it's Charles or Jenna Marbles or Julian Solomita or people like that, Shane Dawson, any of their content. Rewatching The Office. Have yet to watch Tiger King. Feel like I know pretty much everything that's happened in Tiger King from all the memes and people that I know sharing about it. Maybe I'll watch it eventually, but I'll wait till all the craziness with that show dies out so that I can watch it and not feel like I'm going insane from seeing the show itself and everything that people post about. Like, I haven't watched it, but I know apparently Carol Baskin killed her husband, Joe Exotic was crazy, and the entire show is semi about tigers. It's more about Carol Baskin and Joe Exotic than it is about the tigers, so yeah. Question number 10. Where is your favorite place to go, and what is your favorite place that you've ever been? My favorite place to go is really simple, I guess kind of a basic answer, but the beach, because my family used to go a lot when I was younger, and then life kind of got in the way, plus work and that sort of thing, so I didn't really get to go as much as I wanted to when I was younger as a teenager. You know, didn't do the whole senior trip to the beach or anything like that. So yeah, I always enjoy going to the beach whenever I can. I'm trying to make that like at least a yearly tradition for me to go to the beach at least once a year. Favorite place that I've ever visited? I'd probably have to say going up to Gatlinburg/Pigeon Forge, because the 2 times that I have been, it has snowed on the last day of all days. But yeah, Pigeon Forge, because it's really pretty up there and there's a lot to do, and it's just a little bit different of an environment. It's a little bit more foresty, I guess, than the beach, obviously, so it's a nice change of scenery. Plus I don't get to go up there all that much either, though I've been about as many times to the beach as I've been to Pigeon Forge in recent years, so maybe it's becoming a new tradition to go to both of those places. Question number 11. This is a joke question because one of my buddies left it on my Instagram, and I feel like if I didn't answer it, I would never hear the end of it from him. Question number 11. Did you ever get that rash looked at? I don't have a rash. You know that. I'm going to Carol Baskin you in the face when I see you. You know exactly who you are. I do not have a rash. How dare you ask me that question? What is wrong with you? Question number 12. This is the last question. I really like this question, so I decided I would have it be last out of all the questions that I got. From me leaving that little Q&A thing in my story. Thank you to the 3 or 4 people that did leave me questions. I greatly appreciate it, because I thought that no one was going to leave me any questions, and then I would just have to come up with something on my own or figure it out. I don't know. But to those that did leave me questions, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. But question number 12, the last question. Was I scared when I first started making YouTube videos? Yes and no. I say no because I've always been in front of a camera from growing up, whether it was my parents filming my baseball games or me and my brother doing stupid stuff around the house and, you know, having fun with that. So I was never really, I guess, uncomfortable in terms of filming myself. I have moments here and there, even now, and I've been doing this on and off for like 13, 14, wow. I've been doing this on and off since 2013, so 7 years now. So I was never, every once in a while I'll still get scared, or I don't want to say scared, I'll get a little nervous filming depending on where I'm at. I don't know why, because I'm a very outgoing person, so I've never known a stranger. As I've been told a lot growing up, I've never known a stranger I can make conversation with anybody. But to a degree, I still get a little weird filming in public sometimes, just seeing people stare at me as I'm talking to a camera. So in regards of filming myself, no, I was never really scared of doing it for that reason. I was more afraid of doing YouTube because of how it might affect my friendships and relationships dating wise. Because I live in a very small town and I'm in Alabama, so there's not really, to my knowledge, a lot of YouTubers doing this that are, you know, going and filming their lives and sharing it with the entire world to see and, you know, say whatever they want to on my videos. Thankfully I haven't really gotten any bad comments or mean comments yet. I know I may eventually get them depending on how much bigger my channel gets. But yeah, it's not really a common thing to turn on a camera and film yourself. So I felt like it was going to affect friendships because friends either wouldn't want to hang around me a lot because I'd be filming, or if I was filming and put the camera on them, they would either feel uncomfortable or they would get mad or get really quiet, you know, that sort of thing. And I was afraid to do it in terms of my relationships because, you know, kind of like the friend thing, you know, not a lot of people do this, so it's really kind of hard to explain to your girlfriend or someone that you're talking to that may eventually become your girlfriend that you put your life on the internet, whether it's me doing this YouTube thing or, you know, my social media or anything like that. It's really hard to get them to understand that because, you know, like I said, it's not a normal thing. It's becoming more normal the longer YouTube's been around, but in my town it's still not a normal hobby, I guess. And yeah, I just never wanted any of my girlfriends or friends or whoever was going to be in any of my videos to feel like A, that they were forced to. I want anybody that's in my videos to be a part of it because they want to and they think it's fun, or, you know, whatever the case may be, or they just want to act like an idiot in front of the camera. And also never want anybody to feel like I'm taking away their privacy by putting their life, or putting a little snippet of their life on the internet, or if they're dating me, putting potentially a lot of their life on the internet, which is why I tell anybody that I'm interested in now that, which I told them, I've told all of my exes and stuff in the past before that they didn't have to be in the videos if they didn't want to be. It was entirely their choice. I was never going to make them do it if they didn't want to, because A, I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing that to someone, and B, it would come across very easily that they didn't feel comfortable being on camera. So to, I guess, long story short, yes, I was afraid of making YouTube videos because of how it was going to change my dynamic with friends and potential girlfriends. But no, because I love doing this and I want to continue to do this as long as I can and as long as you guys are watching the videos. And yeah, I've never really been uncomfortable filming myself besides a little bit here and there. So yeah, yes and no to that question. That's all the questions that I had for this Q&A. If you like this video and you want to see more questions be answered, let me know in the comments below, and maybe we'll do a part 2 of this, or we'll make it a regular series, who knows. Subscribe if you're new and join the Chronicles family. We're kind of growing a little bit here and there. Love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next Chronicle. Bye guys.